Thank you. Chairman Fallon, Ranking Member Bush, and subcommittee members, thank you so much for inviting me here today. I am so encouraged that this committee is taking up this vitally important topic. As you've heard today, and I think it bears repeating because the statistics should be emblazoned on all of our hearts and minds, college for all is not working for all. There is a $1.77 trillion student loan crisis in this country, and that's tripled since 2008. 52% of college graduates graduate with debt. The average amount is $29,000. Only 62% of students graduate within 6 years. The New York Reserve Bank tells us that an increasing percentage of recent college graduates are underemployed, with about 41% holding a job that doesn't require a degree, and about the same percent, 38%, regretting their choice of degree. Employers tell us in survey after survey, and we'll hear probably from one of them today, that they can't find qualified workers. There are 9.6 million job openings right now. 1.4 million fewer Americans are in the workforce than in February 2020. As of early 2022, over 7 million prime age males were neither working nor looking for work. That represents 11% of the total prime age male labor pool, and 3 times the percentage from 1965. The costs are stark. Open positions cost employers dearly. According to one estimate, America spends about $1.1 trillion annually on post-secondary education and training. A recent Gallup poll shows that Americans are rapidly losing trust in higher education. Only 36% say that they have a great deal or a lot of faith in higher education, which is 20 points lower than 2015. The causes, I think, are worth examining if we're going to look at possible solutions. The most glaring cause of this is a set of misaligned incentives. Providers and even incumbent workers benefit from prolonged required training periods. Higher education uses the Carnegie unit system, which was originated in the early 20th century. It's based literally on seat time, how much time you spend being instructed. That's an input. Even recent moves towards so-called outcomes-based funding models could use improvement because sometimes they're based on outputs, like degrees, certificates, even a high school diploma. These are outputs, these are not outcomes. Our apprenticeship system, as we've just heard, is antiquated. Employers in many cases are daunted by the red tape of a registered apprenticeship program. In some cases, well-meaning regulations or liability concerns restrict the kinds of work that students still in high school actually can do, which limits their ability to gain meaningful on-the-job experience while they're still in high school and extends the amount of time it will take them to enter the workforce. Both systems depend to a large extent on time-based or time-restricted inputs, not mastery or ability to demonstrate skills. This drives up the cost of higher education and vocational education. We need a student-centered system. The good news is there are solutions, and we've got a couple from Texas that I'd like to share with you today. The first is a system that is based on a funding model that's called the returned value funding model. This was innovated by the Texas State Technical College system. It's a statewide system. It's not a community college, it's a technical college, and is public. It aligns the incentives of employers and students with those of the system because they are not paid based on contact hours or seat time. They're paid a commission on the returned value that their alumni generate for the state. In other words, student success is their success. This causes them to be aligned with the needs of their community. This causes them to be aligned with the needs of their students. They've eliminated 13 programs since they initiated this funding model, which weren't serving the needs of their community or their students. We need to encourage employers to engage in sector-driven earn and learn programs. One of them is the FAME program that you'll hear more about in just a moment. It has chapters in 14 states. One study showed that FAME graduates were earning nearly $98,000 a year compared to roughly $52,000 for non-FAME participants after 5 years. More industries could adopt this approach. We need to give more high school students a chance to engage in work-based learning while they're still in high school, meaningful paid work-based learning. We have many examples of this working in different sectors. In short, We need to rethink the way we're doing vocational and higher education, and we need to focus more on the outcomes for students and not on the inputs for systems. Thank you.